units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, as though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion? I am inclined to agree. As we had suspected, the two are somehow involved. Yet 'tis difficult to believe that they would deliberately seek to end all life. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
There are a number of places where Hermes might be in Elpis, but we could do worse than to look in Princess Hyboria, the largest facility. It stands in Aethiopolis in Northern Isle. I wonder, Vamron, for an institution which claims to study research every species destined to release into the world, did you not question how they find room for them all on so few islands? The answer lies within Kitsis itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magical construction environs. It is there, within those sprawling habitats, that the chief observer and most of Ellipse's observers conduct the bulk of their research. Come, the simplest route is via the Nessus north of Potent Oakis. So I just figured out a boss. Sorry, saw a cactuar. Had to stop. Had to look at cactuar. Oh shit. That's gonna be heart wrenching. God, I hope I'm wrong. Please let me be wrong. Most of life yet still hanging there, so the Enterprise boat was but recently activated. Ah, good. The Nessus acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Princess Hyboria, we follow this path, then turn left at the crossroads. Here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpis. We should head inside and ask after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is at another facility, as we have just discovered. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his studies into Dynas, as well as his creation of Mitten, were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that if Himmer himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustrious Emmett Selk. According to your story, the 14 divined the connection between the celestial currents and the final days. but we were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our people's greatest mind, not to mention Hathodea's sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandaniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that he either knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at preserving truth, and would have known had Fandaniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that, I am certain. It seems there is no more to the tale after all. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. This time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as Emmett Selk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. How lovely. Our merry duo has become a quartet. Past disagreements are no reason to reject collaboration in the here and now. I commend Emmett Selk for his practicality. Do not approach me, do not speak to me, and do not dare presume to treat me as a friend. I am merely carrying out my duty. I think the time for leisure exploration is past. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is, on the next aisle over. Minton is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study, but I suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path. We can teleport to Mr. Eros from the device at the bottom of the slope. I'm at 87 now. Hell yeah. So Ethos is interesting in that it is the only region in Olympus which lacks a research hub. This is largely due to the nature of its observation site, within which they let loose creature anticipated to be unruly and dangerous. I have also heard tell that the area is kept deliberately sparse in the event that, well, let's just say that no one should live near the Nessus, which provides access to a certain facility. What, you expect me to praise you and your progress? On the contrary, I'm simply surprised you made it this far. Then again, even with you slowing her down, there is no denying that Venet is an accomplished researcher. Her wealth of wisdom and experience is unmatched, and her achievement in creation magic, in any field, frankly, are nothing short of extraordinary. Though the singular brilliance which sets her apart can make her motives somewhat impenetrable at times. As her student and successor puts it, she is a force of nature, at once so close, and at the same time so very distant. They are close by, within the Hungering Gardens. That would be the circular enclosure you see just up ahead. Well then, Vamron, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on the Fandaniel matter. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance at convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. But the creations in there are not exactly... Then again, perhaps Vamron can handle them. He did survive a bout with Finette, after all. Off you go to find Hermes, but do be prepared to come to blows with the garden's denizens. Oh, you just step into this one, then we're going, huh? Vamron, where did you come from? Vamron, what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping half the deals in Emmett Silk Company. An important matter, and unrelated to my decision on Fandaniel, you say? Then yes, I will come, as soon as my work here is finished. I will not be long, I promise, but you should really wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. You spoke with Hermes, then? And were briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungering Gardens as well. I see. Or should I say... cannot speak for certain convocation members, but I, for one, am impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now, now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will take a turn for the better. For as fascinating as it would be to meet the Emmet Silt who would recreate Emerald from the depths of the ocean, I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone. Naive hope that is. Why am I always so forward thinking? I simply wish to enjoy all that life has to offer. I was prepared to swoop in if need be, but 'tis clear you have faced your fair share of monstrous opponents. Hermes said that he would not be long, yes? Then we shall wait here until he emerges.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye, a matter of the utmost gravity, if one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us, who you are, and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vamron. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise, it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteion. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Steady, Meteion. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we... They hurt. Hate. This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs Dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
On your mind, you sense questing for any hints of Meteion's presence. But you fail to hear her voice. She must be elsewhere. It seeps into my mind. Our voices reporting. No, no. Hermes mustn't hear them. I have to run. To hide. Mentions Anguish's voice grows distant as the source seems to flee down the slope. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but fail to hear Mitten's voice. She must be elsewhere. Greeting and salutations. Commencing report. Oh no. We can't tell them that. We must run. Run far away. Please, don't follow me. Min's anguished voice fades after you sense her climbing to the top of the ridge. How? How did it come to this? Is this the reason we traveled to the stars? While we sought out other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No. It cannot be. It cannot be.